Hello everyone and welcome to the House of Vale Keep. I am Lady Zelda Kelly and today we're looking into the direction and the whereabouts, and we are following Lord Greggor on his journey. Now, last we met was yesterday, December 15th at about 10:03 a.m. and this is where we ended up, right in this region right here. So if you haven't caught up by now and you're just coming across this video, I'm going to put the entire playlist so far right here in this corner. But let's continue because this is important. This is important. He's been gone for a few days now. So here we go. Now I want to explain this, and this is just to catch everyone up. When I use a pendulum, I just come like this and I mark an invisible line. It's an energy line, and for me it divides into quadrants so I can localize the energy a little better, and that will help us navigate and how to follow him. I'm going to be asking a few questions. So when the pendulum turns in a clockwise circle, it is a yes. When it turns in a counterclockwise circle, it is a no. And this, either crosswise or not normal behavior, is a maybe. We'll have to re-ask the question. And a full stop is when you see it, just stop. This represents the middle of the quadrant. Now, it may not be even, but it's okay. I am using this print. It is the closest to a print that I saw in Lord Greggor's study. This map happens to be from 1190. It is so wonderful. I'm just lost in this map. It's just so beautiful. I'll put it up here closer so you can see a few of the cities that are there and how amazing that is. So today, my darlings, is part 4. And this is December 16th, Tuesday. It is approximately 9:45 a.m. and we'll put Tuesday here. All right, this is the highlight color. Hopefully we can see that on the map. Oh, we should be able to. I'll make sure we do. I've got all kinds of different colors, so we're not going to run out of highlight numbers. So this is where we started. Now, this key came from the area that he started in, approximately right around then there, Vale Keep, and so did this ring that he gifted me. So we're going to put this here for a minute. We're going to it's got the energy of Lord Greggor on there. And like anything, we're going to let the pendulum, it is resting now when you see this. Now you may see my hand move a little bit. If I were trying to do circles, you would see it doing this. And I just want you to know, I have my elbow resting on the table. But there's a lot of energy. And as it is swinging, you will see my hand move slightly. But some of the swinging I cannot replicate or do by moving my hand in, and I can see my hand moving a little bit now. And, you know, it's reminiscent of a heartbeat. That's energy, okay? So we're going to ask that the pendulum, and look, you can see that it is going close to the ring. All right? I'm sorry, not the ring, the key. And it is now picking up the energy of the key. And for those of you who kind of doubt that, we're going to set the key now this way and let me move my arm. All right, pendulum, pick up the energy of the key. And please make your swinging a little more. It is actually circling over the key, so that means it has picked up the energy of Lord Greggor. And look at it. It's really, really swinging. Okay, pendulum, you can rest now. Please stop. All right, so I'm going to remove the key. I believe this has the energy. I'm going to reposition this, so hopefully you can see it. Now I like to hold between my index and my thumb, but sometimes I don't get to do that comfortably. So I'll thread it through my fingers a little bit, okay? And then we'll see from there. Here we go. So now, and you can see it's on my middle finger here, and we point it downward because that's the energy. So I'm going to start out at this circle here. I'm going to ask Pendulum, Pendulum, do you have the energy of Lord Greggor? And that answer is yes. Okay. Now I'm going to do a little demonstration for all of you. Wow, it's really, it's doing something here. I'm not, okay. It's kind of acting a little sporadic here. Let's see if we can find out something. All right, so energy, or pendulum, pardon me, pendulum. I'm going to put you over here in the corner. Can you please, wow, can you please point toward where the energy of Lord Greggor is? Point to where he is. Did you see it change direction a little bit? All right, and now I'm going to move my hand this way so you can all see. And please point to the energy of Lord Greggor. Okay, so you see this change. I'm going to try to move my arm out of the shot. I'm going to move slowly, okay? This is not normal behavior, so let's try to navigate this for a minute. Pendulum, is Lord Greggor okay? Is he safe? Okay. There's something here going on. I'm not sure. Has the weather shifted in this particular area? Yes. Now, just so you know, these are old pathways. They are old ways. Let me just say it that way. And okay, so let's try to find him. So pendulum, we are starting here where we have this circle. I'm going to stop you this right there because you're kind of getting out of hand a little. All right. Now you're picking up that energy. Please show us where Lord Greggor is. Please show us where Lord, and I'm going to move, and I want you to circle when you find him. Okay? Okay, you're pointing back toward here. Where is he? Okay, so he seems to be close to where he was, just west of Transylvania. That area, I can't even explain it, is so treacherous, steep. I did look at the weather, and the weather is hovering right above freezing in the daytime and below freezing at night. So show us now. I'm going to turn my wrist a little bit because my fingers are getting tired. Okay, so pendulum, show us where Lord Greggor is. I'm going to move over here, see. Okay, so it keeps pulling me right here. So we're going to call it right here, right under the D and the O of kingdom. And we're going to stay there. So we're going to call it there. Let me mark there. So this is part 3 going into part 4. So he's going this way. So it seems like he's about right here. So what I'm going to do here is, because we started here, back here, and I'm going to write put arrows here, and there's an arrow there. Here is an arrow, and there is an arrow here, and this can be part 4. So this really feels like he's staying in this one place. Okay, we're going to check this again. We're just going to double check. Show us Lord Greggor, please. Okay, and as it comes swinging. Okay, so he's right around in that area. So, all right, Pendy, please clear. Is Lord Greggor safe? The answer is yes. Has he run into any problems whatsoever? Oh boy. Okay. He's run into some issues and problems. Okay. Is this weather related? Yes. Okay. Is he safe? Yes. Does he have shelter? No. Okay, you're still picking up on him. Okay, so his energy feels very strong. Does he need any help whatsoever? The answer is no. Is his health okay? Is he capable of completing the journey? The answer is yes. Okay, so we're going to thank the pendulum. And so now this is what we're going to do. He is safe, but issues. And they are, we'll make a line here, and they are weather related. Health okay. No shelter. And then we're going to say, does not need help. Now, he has a device with him. I'm just going to say that. If he needed something, I don't know if he could get through, quite frankly. But certain, I mean, so I'm not sending him any messages because I don't want him to feel that he has to check his device every 10 seconds because it takes more battery and energy to turn on a device and turn it off. And I don't even know if it still has any battery left. So he's been gone since the 13th. It's 3 days. And he started out at 12:15 a.m. on the 13th. So we'll see what happens tomorrow. We'll keep tracking. And when he comes back, we will have the podcast Thursday. And that will be at 7 p.m. Eastern. We are talking about demonology. So you don't want to miss that. It's on this channel. And then I'm going to ask him, I'm going to put bits and pieces of these, all of these, when we're completed with this series. I'm going to put them all together. And then I'm going to ask Lord Greggor to do a voiceover and see how close we came. And if there's anything he can tell us about his journey, I think that would be very interesting. So I want to thank you so much. And please do me a favor, like and subscribe. You don't want to miss this. We're following this. You don't want to miss it. And I appreciate your support, your love, and come back tomorrow. Come back tomorrow on the 17th, and we'll see what's going on. All right, my darlings, thanks again for being here, and I'll see you very soon. Bye for now.